Yes. Yes. So happy Bobby got it.
That ain't nothing to be happy about, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna let you know why.
It's happy. I'm happy because it's regardless of how short it may be. I don't care. He started out in WWE and he was the ECW champion and then United States champion, and then IC champion, and then he left, went to TNA. No, he went to Impact, right? He went to Impact. Was it TNA? Was TNA? Okay, yeah. TNA Impact. Stupid. He went to Impact, right? And it's weird. He went to Impact right when it was almost dying out because AJ had left, right? A lot of the Hogan had left, but he was holding that company on his back for a minute. Him, MVP. It was almost reminiscent of the Hurt Business what they got now, because they did something like that in TNA.
Yeah, my thing is that he's well deserving of it.
Right.
They shouldn't have put it on him knowing that they're gonna get ready to take it off of him. Now, that's not to say that he has a crazy long title run. He might not even drop at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know that. We don't know that.
I got a feeling, and this is something I've been wanting and what fans been wanting for a while and what he's been wanting. I got a feeling that he's going to hold this title until SummerSlam. And the reason why I say SummerSlam is because I think Brock Lesnar, we're gonna have the Brock versus Bobby fight. We're gonna finally have it, because we haven't had that. It's something that Bobby Lashley wanted. Even when he came back, what was the first thing he said? He said he wanted Brock Lesnar, right?
That's boring, though. I don't want to see that.
I do. I've always wanted to see it.
And you already know, of course, there is the whole powerhouse thing, powerhouse versus powerhouse.
But we're not gonna. It's not gonna be Goldberg versus Brock. It's not gonna be.
It's gonna be just like that. It's gonna be so disappointing.
It won't. I honestly think it'll be an actual match, because Bobby will actually wrestle. Brock will actually wrestle. I got a feeling that it's actually, because when it comes to Goldberg,
unless they allow them to throw in MMA elements into it.
Well, I think that's what's going to happen. I think this is probably one time we're going to get an MMA. It's going to be a split between MMA and wrestling. Like, you know what I mean? Or, I mean, MMA has wrestling in it, but you know what I mean? Like the
full contact.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a split. And I think
I can't see it. And the only reason why I would love to see it, but I can't see it because of the PG stuff. Because that's going to be a bloody match. Because they will literally beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I don't think he's going to lose it at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be at SummerSlam. But I'm happy.
He could lose it at Fastlane.
Shut up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He could lose it at Fastlane.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. But sorry, we just went right into it. Welcome to Bros at Ringside. We totally forgot. Welcome to Bros at Ringside. We just got finished watching Monday Night Raw, and Bobby Lashley is the new WWE Heavyweight Champion. Thank God, finally. At the end of Black History Month. That's all I gotta say. But anyway.
Actually, no, it wasn't even the end.
You know,
it's a whole new month.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's the
elite.
I mean, yeah. So I'm happy he won.
It would have been Black History Month if it was a leap year. How about that? Let's put it at that.
True.
It was a leap year.
What did you think about? We're gonna go back because we'll go back to last week. What did you think about last Monday? Because I was kind of like
last Monday. I barely paid attention to it.
Well,
the only thing that I really paid attention to, which is the only story that's really grabbing my attention, is the whole Randy Orton thing, which keeps rolling into every week
for
the
past
God. 2 months.
Even this week was kind of like so we're doing the whole what do you call it, like Star Wars, the Last Skywalker. It was just like she's evil Rey, so now we got evil Randy Orton and shit now.
I mean,
Like,
well, you also got to think of like the demonic possessions and all that stuff.
right.
So I'm gonna bring up something that a friend of mine had said when I was talking to him about the situation.
Right.
Shout out to my boy Dave. This dude was like,
Shout out to Dave.
what if they have Randy like basically like the fiend is awoken inside of Randy, and that's what we're witnessing is a demonic possession. And then even if we do see Bray come back, because we're supposed to definitely see Bray come back, it'll be like a more dark, sinister, twisted version of Randy Orton, and he would join the likes of Alexa and Bray to form a new stable.
I don't know if Randy
Kind of sound a little weird to me, but the way
Yeah.
that they're pushing out, like the black bile coming out of his mouth and all that, and then showing like that really dark. You saw his eyes were blacked out too.
Yeah.
That right there only like just let me piece it together, kind of, and I was like, damn, yo, he might have something there, bro. That's crazy.
My only thing, and it's the only thing I really got, honestly. The only thing is that Randy wouldn't be another faction part of anything else. I think Randy at this point in time in his career, I don't think it will sell. Right. I think whatever happens, he'll be away for a long time. And then Bray will be, and then oh shit, that's what I think. I think he'll be away for a long time. And I think Bray will be back and probably go after the title, maybe. I don't know. And the other thing too is like we've seen something like this when it came to, but not to this extent, when it came to the Miz and Bray Wyatt, because the Miz changed too, but we didn't get that demonic thing. We got like dolls and stuff that were very demonic and things that he was doing to Miz that was kind of demonic as well. So,
Yeah.
and the Miz changed. He changed. After because it's the whole thing of you change after you face the Fiend, right? So that's I get that part, and that's what I mean. Like I get that every time somebody faces the Fiend, they change.
But how
except Goldberg. Except Goldberg.
How can you change? How can you change Randy when he's already a dark character himself?
That's the part I don't understand. But it seems like they're pushing it more with Randy. Like I'll tell you one of my favorite Randy Ortons, right? One of my favorite. Not this one. I like this one a little bit. I like this one a little bit, but I could tell he's a little bit almost done. The Randy Orton I loved, and he made me more entertained, but also made me pissed off, was the bald head Randy Orton when he was punting motherfuckers in the head constantly, almost every night. You remember that Randy Orton when he had the when he was with what was it?
Was this after Legend Killer?
Yeah, it was.
This was like post Legend Killer. Like he was still attacking old people, but he was just being abusive to everybody.
Nah, this is the one where this is the Randy Orton I love was the one where he kissed Stephanie and kicked her in the head and kicked Triple H in the head when he was bald head. It's when he had Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase with him.
That was post Legend Killer. That was like Legend Killer, but like more aggressive.
But that was the start of it. It's also the time when I think it was after. It was after he got rid of Ted and Cody. It was a time where he chained up where he handcuffed John Cena to the ring post and he was beating him with the kendo sticks. And I was like, oh, it was so gruesome to look, but it was so good because he was hitting him in the legs and he was hitting him in his chest. And I was like, because it was like, yo, this is crazy. That's the Randy Orton I miss.
When wrestling had substance. And now it's just,
That's the Randy Orton I miss. So
the only thing that I also realized about last week too was because I thought that was a pretty boring show.
It was
last Monday.
It was,
but the match that Asuka had with Nia Jax, and then Shayna Baszler kicked her in the face. I knew she kicked her in the face, and I was like, I wonder if she's injured now because she was holding her jaw. She was holding her mouth because she got her teeth kicked out.
Well, a tooth ain't nothing, but which tooth? Front, side?
Front teeth. Like you saw it. You saw it fly out. Her front teeth. Like I think 2 or 3 of them are gone. You didn't see it? They showed it tonight on Raw. They showed a slow-mo clip and they zoomed in on her face. And they showed when Shayna Baszler kicked her in the face. You saw the tooth pop out, and then they zoomed in on her mouth a little bit, and you saw the hole where the teeth were missing.
So she got Cesaro'd.
Yeah, she got Cesaro.
Because that was, oh man.
So apparently they fixed her teeth. They repaired her teeth.
Her teeth is gonna be wired. It's pretty much wired now.
Apparently they repaired her teeth, but they don't want to have her in action anytime soon. So there's no telling if she's gonna be at WrestleMania or not.
I got a feeling they're gonna do like what they did with Cesaro, wire and braces. It's gonna be like a braces. I think it's braces and wire.
Yeah.
Remember his teeth were out, and they had to do braces. He had to have braces and wire to keep it there.
Well, that's what braces are. It's all wire.
Yeah. So
it's all wire, and he had to have the mouth guard. So she's probably gonna be like that for a bit.
How long did it take Cesaro? I think it was like what, 3 months.
It was a couple months before he took out the mouth guard.
Yeah, and he didn't really do much wrestling wise, neither, right?
In the beginning, no, but then he started wrestling with the mouth guard because they were champions.
Right. But it wasn't like he was doing too much. That was the thing. He was kind of playing the back scene.
Yeah, he wasn't doing much.
Last Monday, let's see, Drew wasn't there. This whole thing with Shane and you called it though. You called it. This whole thing with Braun Strowman and Shane is going to be at WrestleMania. I'm rubbing my head. I'm rubbing my head because although you were right, I'm just rubbing my head because I don't want to see this.
I'm telling you, it's only because
Shane ain't got nothing else to do.
Shane ain't got nothing else to do, and they wanna just throw in a random match. And they don't want to give Braun something. Braun has been pissed off for a couple weeks after
they should have gave it to
underground stuff.
I think they should have gave. I think personally, I think they should have gave AJ Styles and the big dude like a handicap match with Braun Strowman. That way we get to see this dude actually fucking fight.
Well, right? He's still training because he's not a wrestler.
He's been training for years.
They're training him right now.
They've been training him.
I don't know.
It's been 2 years.
They should have used him by now, but they haven't.
Bro, he was in the development center like for 2 years.
Has he had any run-ins with Braun? That it was only the
underground.
Yeah.
That
was trash though.
I granted, but that's what I mean. They should have just. I don't want to see Shane versus Braun. It makes no sense. What I want to see is just Braun and this dude, the Osmosis or whatever. Just go at it.
Now, I mean, it could change. It could change. The subject card is always
But AJ
And
Styles
OT.
not having a match though at WrestleMania? Because I mean,
We don't know. We don't know yet. It's 2
we got a
nights.
month. I know,
It's
but
2 3-hour nights. We only have 3 matches set up right now.
I know.
No, 1, 2. We only have 2 matches set up right now.
Just dos.
Just 2. Just
So
2. We have the Royal Rumble matches. Those are the only things that are set up right now. Nothing else is set in stone.
true.
Nothing will be set in stone until after Fastlane.
So did you watch NXT?
Did I watch NXT? No, but I did watch the clips of it because we film on Wednesdays, True Story Bro podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
And I watched the demise of Undisputed Era.
Yeah, Roderick Strong getting attacked by Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
And Riley's in the hospital from that the week before attack.
Yeah.
He's in I was like, yo,
that was legit injury because he slammed him on his neck.
Yeah. And Adam Cole got hurt too. Because he was like, fuck. I want to know what's gonna happen with Bobby Fish.
Well, he's always in and out of.
He's always injured, though. He's always injured.
He's always injured. So he's just gonna come back and be like,
He's gonna come back and be like, what happened? And he's gonna get injured again. And that's the thing I'm worried about. What's gonna happen to Bobby Fish? Because he's always on the injured list. And I'm not saying that he's not a great wrestler. That's what I'm not saying, but he's always getting injured.
I mean, unless they have him come back for some type of retribution. And then it just epically fails.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say until he comes back. Who else? Why is what's his name? The one with the girl with the Satanist people. What's his name?
Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. Why is he trying to get the cruiserweight title? I thought he was going this makes no sense to me now.
He's trying to get the cruiserweight title. I know he's going against the cruiserweight champion, but
he has the title. So I'm confused. I thought he was all about. I thought they were trying to push him to go after Finn Balor. I think we had that match already, right? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Didn't we have that? I thought we had that. I thought we had Finn Balor versus Cross.
No, because he was the champion and he had to leave on injury, so he gave up the title.
But when he came back, it was O'Reilly. And then I believe it was Cross, and then O'Reilly again, right? Hold on, let me go back. And now it's Pete Dunne. I know it's Pete Dunne. I know that. I know right now it's Pete Dunne. I know that's the main people, right? Pete Dunne. And apparently Conor McGregor, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but apparently
he tweeted out. So what it was that Finn Balor tweeted out figures, like the little action figures of Conor McGregor, Finn Balor, and Triple H with titles in the middle of the ring.
Right.
And they're both Irish.
Yeah.
So he put that. Finn Balor posted that up, and then Conor literally said something about it or whatever, and Triple H was like, "Just let me know when you're down." So yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Conor McGregor actually do that. I'm trying to think. Cross.
He did go against him about a month ago.
He did go against Cross, right?
Yeah, and then after that, he's just been feuding with.
But that's a weird conundrum to do, right? Like it was like they did go against each other. He won. Finn Balor won. I forgot how he won, but he won.
Yeah,
I really thought
he won, and then he started the whole shit with
O'Reilly, right?
No.
Pete Dunne. Right.
That was when he started that, and then right after that, when he lost, he's been going against this dude, the cruiserweight champion, which I don't even know.
Yeah, but why though? That makes no sense to me.
Beats the hell out of me. I don't watch NXT. I should, but I don't. My
Yeah,
bad, y'all.
it just because Cross had so much hype behind him, right? He had so much hype behind him, and he was the champion, but he had to drop it. And I'm kind of I'm not saying that Finn Balor should drop the title. What I'm saying is, why did they kind of just do this thing where we have Pete Dunne, O'Reilly, and and Cross is kind of just out of the championship scene. Now
I feel it's because they literally don't have nothing and they're trying to refresh their storyline. So as of right now, we're in this really weird limbo where they have to set up NXT TakeOver and WrestleMania, and they're even debating whether they're gonna have a few NXT matches on the WrestleMania card.
Well, it should. It's 2 nights.
So I've been hearing that they're debating that. So most likely we're gonna get the NXT championship at WrestleMania. We're most likely
that would make a lot more sense.
Instead of seeing it at TakeOver, there might not even be a TakeOver. I haven't even heard any announcements of there being a TakeOver.
That would be weak. Santos Escobar, that's his name. That's the champion.
Yeah,
and they wrestled last week. No DQ, non-title. See, that's the thing too. No DQ, non-title. They're really trying to push him getting. And I'm not saying that Santos Escobar didn't.
Is he under 205 though?
He's a cruiserweight champion.
No, Karrion Kross. Is he?
No,
under 205. So then he can't take that title in.
But that's right. But Santos Escobar is under NXT. That's why it's so confusing to me about why is Santos Escobar and Karrion Kross are going against each other. And you're right. There is this limbo thing.
He is a formidable opponent. He's been OP. So
I give you that.
I agree with that. The only thing is that if the title's in the picture, you know what I'm saying, is Karrion Kross 205 or not?
Nah, bro.
If he's not he's definitely not 205.
Oh, they had like a So the last thing was a brawl match, right? It was last week. It was Santos Escobar versus Kross, and it was pretty much like it was a brawl match. They fought everywhere. They fought outside and on a truck, inside the ring.
Yeah.
And Escobar's, henchmen. We call him henchmen. What would you call him? Henchmen, right? I guess call him henchmen. Henchmen came out and helped him out. So there's that. There's one thing besides NXT. I want to talk about AEW real quick. So Sting took a power bomb. Sting took a power bomb last week.
When is that pay-per-view?
I believe it's either this week or next week. Let me check.
Listen.
Sting took a power bomb.
Listen.
He was fine.
Listen.
But it's next week, March 7th. Is that next week? Is that next week? Yeah, next Sunday.
Sting has no business taking power bombs from nobody right now.
He said he was fine after it.
He has no business taking power bombs from nobody. Same way, and I'm gonna even stoop down to your level. Same way, Goldberg has no business giving out spears to people. It don't make no sense at this point. It don't make no sense at this point. It needs to end. I know it's a cash grab. I know it's something to bring people, Yeah, oh shit. Sting is coming out. Fucking snow falls when he comes out. Winter is coming. That's all cool and everything like that. But come on, dog.
I'll say this: I'll give Sting a lot more credit than Goldberg.
And he's in tag team matches, right? He's not even doing is he fighting for the FTW championship, or is it just like a tag team match with him?
I'm gonna read through the card real quick. But what I'm saying is like, I hear what you're saying. The thing is that at least Sting shows up every week. Goldberg don't have to show up every week. We got Kenny Omega versus John Moxley.
That's probably the only match that I want to see, the exploding barbed wire match.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that before, and I would like to see what it's about.
So
and I'm pretty sure it's going to be very similar to their no holds barred match that they had.
Oh yeah. We have the street fight with Sting, Darby Allin, Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks.
That's a tag team match.
Yeah, tag team match. Yep. That is yep. And then we have the Young Bucks versus Jericho and MJF.
MJF, okay. The titles are not on the line for that.
Oh, good question. Yeah, titles on the line.
Young Bucks are champions?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see what else. We have who will win. AEW World Champion Hikaru Shibata defends her title against. I didn't even know she had the title. First of all, that's how much the women's. That's how much AEW women wrestling.
They've literally had like a whole tournament going on for like the past month and a half or something like that.
Right, but it's the point where I barely pay attention to it because I don't realize when they're doing it. Because I usually catch a lot of them during Dynamite, or Dark. Yeah,
We do a lot of that stuff for Dark.
Yeah. So she's defending her championship. So his question is, who will she defend her championship against?
Yeah.
So apparently it says the women's championship eliminators results. Thunder Rose defeated Leah Hirsch, Ryo, Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, Yukio Sarat. Oh, I'm gonna say this wrong. Sakizuki. Emma Sakura, I know that one. Rio Mizumi. Aya Kong, Rose, really? Rosa, Rose, and yeah, so and there's after that it's the Face the Revolution ladder match for the future TNA champion opportunity, which is Cody Rhodes, I'll read it to you. Cody Rhodes, Lance Archer, Peter Ella, Zero M, and Scorpio Sky. That's the ladder match. I think that's going to be awesome. That is going to be the shit. That is going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to the ladder match.
What do you think about Matt's new persona? Have you seen it yet?
I'm gonna keep reading this first before I even get to that.
He's part of that title card. I think he's going to Adam Page.
I'm gonna keep reading this before I even talk about that. All right, so we got Miro and Kip Sabian versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor.
That'll be a good match.
And we got
Casino Tag Royale.
Hangman Page, who I love, and versus Matt Hardy.
A big money match. What's a big money match?
And we have the Casino Tag Team Royal. For the future AEW Tag Team Champion match. So the people in the match are, let's see. Bear Country, John Silver and Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, Santana and Ortiz, The Butcher and Blade, Private Party and Top Flight. I think that's going to be good. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing about AEW that gets it right And it's the same thing that NXT gets it right. And where the main roster lacks in WWE. When it comes to tag team matches, they are the most entertaining, defying, and in some ways revolutionary.
Well, here's the thing with AEW versus WWE. AEW, when they signed people, they signed tag teams. They didn't sign just singular people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As for, WWE, they're now starting to get wind of that shit, and they're starting to now try to sign tag teams as a whole, because you can't unless you build them from the ground up, you can't just organically create a fucking tag team. And that's what WWE tries to do. That's what they're doing with the women's division. Instead of them even focusing on having women for their shows, they're putting all these women in groups to try to have tag team matches, and only making the women's tag team titles like the point of the women's division, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And I was actually reading something earlier today, that and was it the Daily?
You are speaking nothing but truth. Keep going.
The New York Times, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't one of those. I gotta find the link. They said that the women's division is currently a joke because all they're doing is focusing on the tag team titles instead of everything else. They said, look at Asuka. Asuka has been a champion for almost an entire year, and
she has been. Wait, no,
almost.
She did lose it.
She won
to Sasha Banks because Bayley was SmackDown champion. No. Bayley was SmackDown champion.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks was Raw champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's before she. Yeah. Okay.
And then took it back, and then she went over.
Yeah.
But even at that, basically, she's been. If you cut out that small time that she was not the champion,
mm-hmm.
she was a champion for almost the whole year.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
She's only had about 6 or 7 matches, and only 2 of them where she's actually defended the title.
8, I want to say.
No. Looking at what I saw, it was about 7 matches. It was one win, 5 defeats, and like 1 or 2 draws, and I was like, that makes no sense.
It doesn't. And now they're bringing Rhea Ripley up, and I'm like,
which is good. But if they try to put her in a tag team, that's where you're gonna get lost in the sauce.
But when you talk about WWE, I hate to say it like this. I know it's under the WWE brand, but NXT gets it right. AEW gets it right when it comes to the tag teams. Why is it that something that is under the umbrella of WWE gets tag teams perfectly right?
Again, you gotta understand that they are trying to sign tag teams now.
Yeah, well.
So those tag teams are going to be off rip in NXT. They're gonna test them out to see how they work. Look at what's it? MFJ, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Look at them.
Fucking them.
They've only been with the company for a month, and they're already like the hottest tag team out right now.
Right. Like Street Profits is a tag team. That's where they're good.
Exactly. They're focused on building. Before they were focused on building tag teams from the ground up.
Right.
Which makes no sense. You can do that in NXT. You can build tag teams from the ground up. Look at Adam Cole. He started off. He's good. He works well in a faction, so they let him begin his own faction. Right. You know what I mean? And now he gets to dismantle it, and he can start all over. Now you either give him another title run,
or you move him up to main roster. That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
Move him to main roster. Let's not keep having him. I think there's certain people that need to be on the main roster, period. Because they need to bring that that showmanship, I would say, or their showmanship and talent to the main roster. Just like they moved Damian, shit, I almost forgot his name.
Right now, Damian Priest is probably the only person on the main roster that they're actually using and they're actually doing something with. But
Right.
I feel that after WrestleMania is said and done and Bad Bunny's out of the picture, he will no longer be used as frequently as he's been. He's literally been out once every week. He's had a match every week,
yeah.
and he hasn't lost a match yet.
And I got a feeling they're gonna Keith Lee him.
They could sidebar him.
I got a feeling because Keith Lee.
They could sidebar him. They could bring back Keith Lee soon, and he could go against Bobby Lashley. That's another thing.
Or make him be part of her business, and then
I would hate that.
I'm guessing. I'm spitballing.
I would hate that. They already have his wife or fiance in a heel faction.
Did you see what was it last week when she came back out and they were going against the New Day, or was it wasn't last week? I think it was, and they were like, "Where you been?" They were like, "Where you been?" Oh shit, yo, congratulations! I was like, yo, they are so stupid. They're stupid for that. So let's talk about SmackDown.
There's nothing to talk about. SmackDown was weak last week too. It was weak. The only thing that they had going for themselves was the fact that Daniel Bryan was saying, "You are a punk bitch for coming out at the end of that match and beating me down while I was already down. So I want a rematch."
But so what I'm saying is like it's been good. I would say the Apollo Crews thing has been, and Big E thing has been pretty good.
That's still a thing?
Oh, dude, it got way more serious.
Oh,
yeah, Apollo Crews straight up heel now.
Okay.
He dropped the steel steps on Big E, like Big E was outside of the ring.
Oh yeah. Was that was last week?
Yeah, no, it was the week after.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was the week before, and then now he went against Shinsuke last week, and he won. Who else had a good match that week? I don't even know what they're doing with the tag team.
That's what I'm telling you right now. There's nothing literally going on. The only thing that was notable about last week was that Bianca Belair had said that she was going against Sasha
Banks. We guessed it too.
Then Daniel Bryan coming out talking about that he wants a rematch, and
he has to beat Jey Uso again
in a steel cage match. So I'm waiting for that because that's going to be an exciting match.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. You know what's weird? This kind of reminisces of what KO went through with Roman Reigns, because he went Roman Reigns in a steel cage.
Of course.
And
they're just, again, they don't know what they're doing right now. Like
it's almost like a repeat.
They're trying to figure out so much right now. Normally we would have an insane amount of freaking matches already set up a month prior. We only have 2 matches set up right now.
True.
Not even a tag team match is set up right now.
We don't even have the Andre Giant Memorial match. We don't even have that.
They didn't even announce that.
They didn't even announce it, but it's going to happen.
So we'll have to wait within the next couple weeks. We have what? How many weeks till Mania now?
Oh, we gotta wait to Fastlane, buddy, and then we'll know what happens. Once Fastlane is done, we'll see the map, guaranteed. Because Fastlane will really show us what's gonna happen at Mania, or a prelude a little bit. So we gotta wait until Fastlane.
We have about 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks to Mania, but Fastlane is going to be the one where we actually start seeing things.
So I don't know if Bobby Lashley's going to fight at Fastlane. Most likely he will. We already got the fact that Roman Reigns is most likely going to be fighting Daniel Bryan. He's
Mm-hmm.
going to lose because they're not going to change the
Not
card.
that Fastlane, no.
They're not changing that. So it's still going to be Roman versus Edge. That's not changing.
That's not changing.
We don't know what's happening with the Raw Women's title.
Now we don't because
We don't have no idea because Asuka's injured.
injured.
We don't have no idea what's going on with that.
Oh, I meant to say, talk about not sure if they're gonna lose it right then, but I'm not sure if they're gonna lose it next on Wednesday. But the Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax are fighting the women tag team who won the Dusty Rhodes.
I feel like they should drop it to them.
I feel so too. I feel like it should stay on NXT.
I feel like they'll drop it. No, what you know what? Here's the thing with that, because
NXT has a lot. NXT has a lot of women wrestlers on there.
Well, regardless of the fact, once you put the title on Dakota Kai, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She has free reign to go to any show she wants to now.
Yeah.
That spices things up for that tag team completely.
Yeah, and she's good. I would love to see her in.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, she was on her own, and she's now in a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
But it works. It's not like Naomi and Lana. That shit don't work.
Yeah.
They're forcing tag teams.
And what about tag teams that are there that they're not even using? Like the
Riot Squad has been broke up.
Yeah. It's a triad, but you know.
Yeah, but they've been broke up a long time ago.
But they still tag team.
Who live in
Ruby Riot. Yeah, they've been. They're not a trio anymore because what's her name is pregnant and got a baby and she got fired. So they've always been a tag team now. So
she got fired before she got pregnant, dog.
True. And what's her name is so we I mean they got women tag teams, but
the only other tag team that was organic was Peyton Royce and what's her face? I forgot her name.
You mean the Iconics?
Yeah, that was an organic tag team.
It's because they've known each other since high school and been together since high school. So
that's what I'm saying. That was an organic fucking tag team, and they split them up.
Yeah, so was Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, and they didn't split them up.
Well, Liv was out for a bit, and then
she was out on injury,
and then she changed her whole persona, and then they ended up just throwing her back in there. They don't know what to do with her.
Who else? I don't like Naomi being a tag team. I do not like it. I don't like it.
It doesn't make sense, but again, they're trying to force feed us the women's tag team titles now.
Right. I think Naomi should be another competitor she just got back. And she's 2-time women champion. But I would love to see Naomi versus Asuka. She's injured now, but I'm just saying, like, even Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax surprisingly works well. Surprisingly. It's because they make it work. Because
they're heels, so it makes sense.
But it's like Asuka really don't got nobody to fight. Like that whole Lana versus Asuka thing was such a fucking throwaway.
It was.
It was like,
but it was just to sweeten that storyline, and that storyline went to shit because she actually got pregnant.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's their fault, you know what I'm saying? It's whoever's writing for them right now, and I'm gonna continue to say it. Whoever's writing for Raw,
trash.
Is trash.
Whoever's
writing for SmackDown is
better.
Subpar. They're a little better, but it's still trash because they're still focusing on the women's tag titles. And
Bruce Pritchard writes for Raw. He's the main writer.
Yeah, I don't care
You
who
also,
writes for them. There's a team that decides on this. It's not a main. It's not one.
no,
main
no,
writer.
but he's
It's
one
a
of the
whole
main.
team, and that whole team could go to hell.
He's one of the main ones, and so is Michael Hayes, and
He's
even
old as dust too. They need to get better writers.
he's the
You
he's
know what it is? Is
he's
that
one of the
yeah, that's all it is. Is that
he's
those
the yes
people have yes, they're all yes men to Vince.
Vince. Yep.
So Vince, what do you think about this? Nah, that makes no sense. You sure it doesn't
Sure.
make no sense? No, it doesn't make no sense. Okay, but what about we do this? Yes. Okay.
They're yes men to Vince, and that's the biggest problem. Instead of just be like, I don't think this will work because of this. And granted, Vince writes, and you got to realize too, like Vince comes in sometimes and changes an entire show and when he gets there.
Yes, you've stated this before.
And he's notorious for doing it.
He does it all the time.
Yeah,
he does it all the time. We all know this.
And it's sometimes he gets in his own way. And I guess it's sometimes I'll say this, and maybe it's sometimes we don't see certain things, but there's sometimes he don't see it neither. And I don't think he really sees it from a fan's point of view.
It's not a fact of being a fan's point of view. It's more the fact of him just wanting to have complete control over his thing. It's his baby. It's he's owned it for years. And I agree with CM Punk when he dropped that pipe bomb.
Yeah, he did.
The company will be better off once Vince McMahon is dead. But until then, we're not going to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it messed up to say? Yeah, it's messed up to say because you don't want to wish death on nobody. But at the same time, it's like he has 100% control over it. And whether he has writers, whether he has people that are going to be okay. He has Triple H, where Triple H normally takes him down a few pegs, but Triple H still has the answer to him regardless. So it don't matter.
And that's why NXT is so much better because it's his baby. Like it's his creation, his baby.
Mm-hmm.
And even the fact when it's like Vince doesn't butt in NXT. It's Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Matt Bloom, and I forgot who else is back there. Who are Road Dogg. He's one of the producers. Yeah, Road Dogg is one of the producers on the main roster. Sorry, but Shawn Michaels and Triple H, those two know how to make talent pop, younger talent, and it goes to show you exactly what two wrestlers that
it's not more the talent, it's just more of that they know what people want to see because they were the ones who were the pioneers of creating their own content and creating their own storylines. And they had to still pass it through to Vince, and Vince used to be like, nah, and they used to do it anyway. But once they saw the reaction that they got, then he would be like, all right, cool, well, let's keep running with it.
But yeah,
without Triple H and Shawn Michaels, to be honest with you, we never would have had the WCW invasion. We would have never had none of that stuff.
No, it's just like, and it goes to show you that with really good people who know what they're like, who are wrestlers and know what they're doing, get to actually write and produce and do stuff for, NXT. You get to see it. And Dusty was a big part of that too. Before he passed, he was a huge part of it, and you can see it still carries on. That's the thing. When Dusty was alive, and you can see how he kind of nurtures the talent, right? And kind of nurtures them and like kind of honed in on their skills.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it still carries on even now. But it seems like you don't have that. And I'm almost in some ways begging the Undertaker to actually be one of like a producer back there, or it's somebody.
I don't think we'll ever see that.
I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. And I'm begging. I'm almost in a way begging because he has this he has an innate ability to see talent in other people, and he's helped other wrestlers in a way too by getting them over.
He understands how that works.
Right. And it's the same way that Triple H and Shawn Michaels see it when it comes to NXT. And I don't think the main rosters see that. And also, too, there's only one other person that has Vince's ear, and it's Undertaker. Besides Triple H, who is his son-in-law.
Not after what he said.
What do you mean?
Not after what he said.
What did he say? Undertaker?
You didn't see when he said that the product is soft?
That's Vince said the same shit.
Vince has not said that.
He, in a way,
if Vince said that, we would have a completely different. What I
mean by that, he said it not that way. When he didn't say it that way, but when he's talking about motherfuckers grabbing this brass ring, he's calling motherfuckers soft.
No, that's just him being pompous. Undertaker was literally like, yo, what they got going on is trash. Because what I started back in the day, it was like in your face. Everyone was able to do what they wanted to do.
That's because everybody's on steroids.
We all had crazy shit going on. Yeah. Now it's like everyone just like very weary. There's no blood. There's no nothing. You know, everyone's cautious. You're rooting for the same people all the time.
He's wrong and he's right. I won't say they're soft. I can't say they're soft because he's wrong and he's right. He's wrong by calling them soft. He's also right about what it's not, what it isn't, what it wasn't. Can't even say it right. What isn't it is right now. I get that. And it's kind of something that the fans have been wanting to for a while. I know I have. And he's
because we want the nostalgic, we want the nostalgic feel of that,
but it's also too, yes, you're right.
We want to see the violence, when we start getting a little glimpse of that and the darker side of wrestling.
Yeah. I agree.
We get excited for that, and then
it's
taken away.
Tidbits. And it is a shame that NXT is allowed to do it, but you don't see it on the main roster. And there lies the problem. Majority, not all of them, but majority of these wrestlers who are on the main roster come from independent area, come from the independent circuit, right? And they know that they can do those things, right? The problem is they're not allowed to do those things. So when he's saying it's soft and this and that, my question is that a reflection on the wrestlers or what the producers and the writers are?
The product. He's saying the product overall. He's not saying that the wrestlers are soft.
Oh.
He's saying that the product that we're giving is soft.
Well, he's right. Because if you're trying to tell a wrestler, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and it's like, this is what I'm known for. This is what I'm. And yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason why. There's a reason why when we watch Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega, and it's such a brawl and it's so good. Like, how you get a brawl and there's no blood? Somebody gonna bleed. Oh, blood ain't gonna hurt nobody. I'm not saying you gotta bleed from the mouth. I mean, somebody gonna bleed. I mean, just saying.
It's just they've gotten used to giving us a product that's kid safe. You know what I'm saying? There used to be kids in the crowd back in the day, but not as much as there is now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
the product was more raw and just, again, in your face. You were able to, see the chaos and people getting put through glass windows and through cars and all that. Like at the most, you'll probably see someone get slammed on the car.
Undertaker was right about one thing. He's like, we got to put ass in seats. If we're not putting asses in seats, then we're not doing anything. And he's right. We're not selling the product as much as we should. He's right. And it does reflect on Vince, but it also reflects on the
it's the money and it's the political correctness
there you go.
of this generation.
Yeah.
People are so sensitive to certain things to the point where, you know, back in the days when you had the Divas matches and you used to have the mud matches and the bra and panties matches, you can't have those things nowadays.
Well, I don't want to see that anyway, but
I mean,
I gotta go back.
You're a bitch.
I gotta go. Give me a second. I gotta go.
There ain't no 1 second, bro. We got just cut it. It's already an hour anyway.
Anyway, cut it anyway. I gotta go.
Oh, this guy. All right. Well, since his bitch ass just fucking left, I'm gonna sign out. It's man has no nickname. And I normally don't do this, but yeah. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. We'll have something up soon for Fastlane, and hopefully we can get more of these out during the week because you know it's a lot to go over, but at the same time, you know, we just want to share what we feel, our knowledge, things like that. So yo hefty ass back over here. Sign your ass out.
I'm focused, man.
I'm here, Roundhouse, and I'm out. Thank you for joining Bros at Ringside.
And you're not in focus.
Yeah, I just got back.